Hey guys, it's time for another book haul and unboxing video, and this video is being sponsored in part by St. Martin's Press and Source Books. I've been in the biggest contemporary mood, so I went out and bought a bunch of different contemporaries, some dark contemporaries, some light contemporaries. I've just been reading a lot of fantasy lately, and so I just need a break, and I want to read some contemporaries, and it's like springtime, and I'm just like in the mood to read all the contemporaries. I also picked up some urban fantasy books though this month, so I've got those to show you as well. But without further ado, let's get started with the book haul and unboxing. The first book I have here is In Real Life by Jessica Love, and you might have saw my most anticipated releases video, and this book was in there. So I definitely wanted to get my hands on this book as soon as possible because it's high up on my priority list right now. This story is about a boy and a girl who form a relationship through the internet. We've got this girl named Hannah and this boy named Nick, and I was gonna make this a song, but I can't think of any more lyrics, so we're just gonna stop singing now. I've never read a book where a relationship forms through the internet, so I think that that will be a really interesting element within this story, and I'm very curious to see how it all plays out and how they met through the internet. Like, did they meet through Twitter, Tumblr, Instagram, or was it like one of those dating apps? As somebody who uses the internet every day of their life, I'm really interested to see what social media brought them together. Maybe they met through Goodreads. Nick's like, ooh, this cute girl recommended me this good-looking book on Goodreads. Does that mean she's into me? Anyway, back to what this book is about. Hannah decides that she wants to meet Nick in person, so she plans this surprise trip to go out and meet him for the first time. But when she arrives at his house, she finds out that he hasn't been totally honest with her. Oh no, the shock! The drama! Will this lead to heartbreak, or will this lead to an everlasting love? Find out when you read In Real Life by Jessica Love. This video just went in a really weird direction. Why does this always happen to me? The next book I have to show you is This Is Where It Ends by Marika, Nigh. I looked up how she pronounces her name, and I think that's correct, but I still might be getting it wrong. The author is actually from the Netherlands, which is really cool. And this book just sounds really interesting to me for several different reasons. The first reason is that this book takes place over a 54-minute time span. And not only that, but we follow 4 different perspectives throughout this story. I think this book might be one that kind of weighs itself down on me because it does focus on a very serious and terrifying subject. That subject being a school shooting. I think it will definitely be a book that ends up staying with me, and I think it's also just going to be a very important read. And I really hope that more people read this book and kind of open up that conversation of how can we prevent things like this from happening. Even the cover itself right here is super powerful. I know that the author did loads of research for this book. She did things like reading different accounts of shootings. She listened to 911 calls. She read loads of investigation reports on shootings. So I think that this book will definitely be a very detailed book because it's clear that the author really did her research and really knows what she's talking about. So I'm really looking forward to reading this one. Obviously it is going to be a very serious contemporary, but I think it's going to be a very important and powerful book, and I'm looking forward to picking this one up and reading it. Next up, I picked up Challenger Deep by Neil Schusterman. Now I picked up this book thinking that I knew what it was about, but then I read the description and I was just like, what? I am so confused. I guess I don't really know what this story is about. So I'm going into this book blind, but I'm really looking forward to reading this book. And I do know that one aspect of the story is that it deals with mental illness, and it doesn't glorify it, but it just portrays it in a really nice way. I know that my buddy Raylene over at Padfoot and Prong 07 really loved this book, so I'm looking forward to reading this one and kind of figuring out what the heck is going on with this book, because clearly I don't know what it's about, but I'm excited nonetheless. Then I picked up All American Boys by Jason Reynolds and Brendan Keely, I think that's how you pronounce his name, and I saw Mr. Ransom Riggs recommending this book on Twitter quite a while ago, and it sparked my interest. And then the other day on Twitter, I saw India from Books and Big Hair talking about this book, and she's like, why aren't more people reading this book? And I'm like, I totally need to pick up that book, and so that I did. I picked up All American Boys. This is another very important book. I'm showing off a lot of serious books today, but all these books seem to be very important. And this book is about a boy by the name of Rashad, and he is a person of color. And one day, he's at the convenience store, going about his day, just buying some chips, and as he heads to check out, he trips over this lady and falls down, and this scene blows way out of proportion. A police officer comes and just beats the living daylights out of him, and and he ends up in the hospital, and the people watching the event kind of sway the storyline and say that he was stealing the chips when in reality he was just going about his daily life trying to check out and buy some chips. So I know that this book covers some relevant and important topics, that being racism and police brutality, and I can only hope that this book will keep this important discussion going and that this book will be kind of an eye-opener. I'm really looking forward to reading this book. Again, it deals with another kind of tough issue, but I can't wait to read it and see what it's all about. The next book I picked up is one that I've never really thought to pick up, but then I was at Books A Million and it was in the bargain section. That dang bargain section gets me every time! And that book is The Absolutely True Diary of a Part-Time Indian by Sherman Alexie. I've seen this book around a lot and I know that it's obviously a National Book Award winner, as it clearly states here on the cover. Hi, hello, look at me, I'm a National Book Award winner! But I've honestly never heard another booktuber talk about this book, so I thought that I would pick this book up and give it a go. This story is about a boy by the name of Junior, who is an aspiring cartoonist, and he lives on the Spokane Indian Reservation, and I believe he wants to further his career, and the only way that he can do that is to move elsewhere. So he ends up moving to this all-white farm town where he ends up attending high school. That has me really intrigued, and also there's artwork throughout this book because obviously the main character is an artist, so they included some artwork throughout this book, so that has me really excited and I can't wait to read this book. The next book I got a little bit early from Penguin Teen, so thanks for hooking me up, Penguin Teen, and that is Lady Renegades by Rachel Hawkins. I recently read the second book in this trilogy, Miss Mayhem, and I had kind of mixed feelings about it, so I'm really looking forward to seeing how she kind of ties up this trilogy. But I still have really high hopes for this finale, and I think that it could turn out to be really great, but either way, looking forward to reading this book. Then I got another lady, and that is Lady Midnight by Cassandra Clare. This is the first book in her new trilogy, the Dark Artifices trilogy, and I actually got this book signed. You can hardly see that because of the lighting, but I did. I went and saw Cassandra Clare. I actually did a full vlog of the Cassandra Clare event, which I will leave a link to down below if you guys want to check that out. But this book takes place in the Shadowhunter world in Los Angeles, and all I know is that we follow some parabatai, but that's all I know, that's all I want to know. Either way, looking forward to reading this one. And the last book I picked up is the Bane Chronicles by Cassandra Clare, Sarah Reese Brennan, and Maureen Johnson. I've heard kind of mixed feelings about this book, actually. I've heard that the way that Sarah and Maureen write Magnus just isn't the same as when Cassandra writes Magnus, but I love Magnus. Magnus is one of my favorite characters from the Immortal Instrument series, so I can't wait to read this book. Also, there's comics inside this, and I didn't know that that was a thing, but that has me super excited. Look at that. So excited, and they're done by Cassandra Jean, which is awesome. Now it's time for the unboxing portion. I'm so excited. I got more stuff from Evie Bookish because I'm obsessed with her store, so I've got some things to show you guys today. So let's get started. Let's do this. Wow. Whoa. Whoa. Oh snap. What could it be? What could it be? It's a t-shirt! Yay! It says Stas Reskin, which I don't know if I'm pronouncing that correctly, but this is from the A Darker Shade of Magic trilogies. But isn't that beautiful? That design though. Hashtag design goals. Then we've got this big old package to open, so let's open this sucker up. Open and yeah. Open and yeah. Oh my goodness gracious, it's beautiful. So beautiful. This is a quote from Illumine, and it says, "And like roses in his hands, death blooms." So good, so beautiful. I love the colors on this. That red though, that red. Also, this is a pillow cover. The pillow is just flat. It's so flat. Here we go, cutting into the mug box. Yeah, I should really become a songwriter. I'm a songwriter, yeah, singing a song, yeah, singing a song. Cutting a box open with a key and it's failing. All right. Ooh. Yes. Yes, it's beautiful. I love it so much. You guys can't see it, but it's beautiful. I'll show you. 1 second. This is everything in a box of chocolates, except minus the box of chocolates because there's no chocolates here. Where are my chocolates at? No. This is another A Darker Shade of Magic themed mug, and I'm obsessed with it. Oh my gosh, it's beautiful. It says on it, "I am one of a bleeped kind." I don't say that D word, but it's beautiful. It's so beautiful. I love it so much. I'll be sure to leave a link down below to Evie Bookish's store because it's fantastic and you guys should totally go and check it out. So that's all for the book haul and book unboxing video. I hope that you guys enjoyed this video. You guys should let me know down below if you have read any of these books and what you thought of them. Also, let me know down below some of the books that you've recently picked up. If you like this video, be sure to give it a big thumbs up. I post videos every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, so click subscribe if you want to see more videos from me. Thanks for watching, guys, and I will see you soon with a new video. Bye, chew. But then I read the description and that's what just happened, yeah! A police officer